Good morning once again. This is a very, very nice morning. Remember, it's the 15th of December. We are nearing Christmas, so najua furaha iko mingi mingi pale nyumbani. And also, this is the last segment of Why in the Morning. Remember, hashtag is Why in the Morning. And this segment is we are talking about career development. We have a very, very, very amazing topic we are going to speak about. Remember, this is a topic that affects the students, the parents as well, and also the teachers. So we are going to talk about this. But before we start, we have a question there on our social media. We want you to engage us with. It's about, during your days, ulipata ingapi? Na utuambie ukweli, seme tu ukweli, ama uli exceed expectations. So just engage with us just to make this conversation more lively. My name is James John, and in the studio, I'm not alone. I'm joined by very, very amazing guests. In my right, I'm joined with Anna Musheri. Welcome, Anna. Then I'm joined by John. I think we have to share a name there. I'm John James, and he's called John. So welcome, Anna. I think you can just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm excited to be here. My name is Anna Mushero, aka they call me Teacher Bobo in the school. I'm a teacher by profession. I teach at St. Elizabeth Primary School in Lungalunga, Nairobi County. Yes.
Okay. John, can you tell us just a little bit about yourself?
Thank you very much for having me here. I'm John Bosco Otundo, a teacher by profession, teaching at Milimani Comprehensive School. Thank you.
Welcome. So today we are going to talk about education reforms. This is a topic that has been talked, I think, for the last few years, because the education system changed and also the grading system changed. Like we were used to grading system that was A's and B's and Nini. Now we are used to new grading system. I don't know if we call it grading system or to about just figures like M, E, E, E. So just to clarify, what is this new grading system?
Okay, maybe
John, you can just
start.
start.
Actually, this is a new grading system, which is really, it has really caused a lot of confusion to parents, to teachers, to pupils. You know, in the past, people used to get grading like A's, B's. Then when you get 90, 90, you know that you have got an A. Yeah. You get 70, there are 60 B's. B, you see? But now there's a totally different system whereby the highest is exceeding expectation. That is EE. Yeah. That is EE. We have got E1 and E2. So that is the highest that we get in our grading. These are people who have around 90 to 100, that's E1. Then E2, that is from 75 to 89. Then the second cluster, the second group, it is the meeting expectation. That is meeting expectation 1 and meeting expectation 2. In meeting expectation 1, a child scores around 58 to 74. And then we have got meeting expectation 2, which is 41 to 57%. Then we have got the third category, which is approaching expectation 1 and approaching expectation 2. In AE1, it is at 1 to 40%. Then AE2, it is 21 to 30%. Then we have got below expectation. These are the ones who have not performed very well, the weak ones. We normally don't call them. Yes. That is the E. We have got E, B1, which is 11 to 20, and then B2, which is 1 to 10.
1 to 10.
That is the grading. The new grading.
I think it's very different than what I was used to, because me Kwanajua, if you get I think about 29 to 40, you have a D. Then below 29 you have a E, then is zingine in a rank to C's, from C's, then B's, then A's. So do you think like this has affected mostly the parents? Because sasa hawezi sema mtoto wangu ni mjinga au mtoto wangu ni smart. That was one of the issues that I had. The parents walikuwa nazo, wajui kama their kids are smart, or if their kids are not education smart.
In fact, the curriculum is the best. We used to call it CBC. Now it's called CBE. Yeah, curriculum-based education.
Yeah.
What it does, it makes the children think outside the box. The examination, most of it comes with theory and practicals. Practicals are done in school, and theories are done in the examination. So it was like, I think, 60 to 40. Then the total was, that is where the KJSEI results, all of them came out. So most of the parents are very confused. Mwingine akasema in a page I read, sasa watu wa A wakae huko nyuma, that is approaching expectation, watu wa E exceeding expectation, sasa wametamba. Most of them were very frustrated. They didn't know the difference between this system and the other system that was there, the 844.
Now, how was this to you, John? How did this affect the teachers mostly? Because we were in the 844 system, then randomly to Kambua, like you have to adapt now to the new CBE or the CBC system. So how was it? It may affect the teachers mostly.
Yeah, actually, when there's a change, as human beings, we resist change. But as per now, I think things are moving on well. At first, we were very much confused. We didn't know what to do, because one day you are being told that there's no exam. The next time you are told there's an exam. There are new subjects that now you have to go sit down and prepare for, because you cannot just enter in class when you are not prepared. As a teacher, you must make sure that you are adequately prepared to go to that class. So these new topics in different subjects, you have to sit down and prepare quite well for these students so that you can pass the content to the kids. That was a challenge. A very big challenge. Even some books, the books were a problem, whereby you find that maybe in a class of around 50, you have got about 20 books. So you also have to get the resources for your research and make sure that you pass the content. Okay, so you talked about this change in the subjects. So in this subject, is this the same as CRE that I used to know, or is it the same science that I learned there back in primary or in the secondary as well? Is it the same, or it may change? Yeah, it is the same. It's not that different, but now the activities are different. But now you have to involve the parents as well. Yeah, there's digital. Yes. Now imagine a school where they don't have digital.
Wow.
Huh? It's maybe a school like the one which is in Turkana. There's an exercise there that children need to do a digital exercise. They have no computers. They have no laptops, you see. And then also parental engagement is another thing. There's some parents who don't want to cooperate. Maybe they think you are bothering them. But according to the syllabus, according to the activities which are there, that there's that part where the parent needs to be engaged. Yeah.
Okay, Anna, do you think like how the kids mostly wamechukua this new system? Because I remember I have a younger brother. He started off with the 844, then shift now to the CBC. I think it was the first class that they did the CBC exam at I think grade 6. Yeah, it was grade 6, the first grade 6. Okay. So how the children have mostly been affected by it? Because looking at it, kama I'm used to learning maybe CRE, then science, social studies, and now after a few years I'm told you have to incorporate PE in there, you have to incorporate maybe the cooking in it,
the practical, the home science, yes.
The home science, yeah. So how the kids how did they come up to adapt to it, ama walichukuliaje?
Ilikuwa confusion to start with, because most of them wamezoea kukram. So tumezoea homework kila siku. So you see, CBC doesn't have a lot of homework. Most of it is practical. Maybe you're told to go and bring a printout of an instrument, a musical instrument, for example, a guitar. That is what they are doing in music. Yeah. So you have to go to the cyber. So most of them find it entertaining. They will have to go to the cyber, tell the cyber person what they are required. But if the parents are not able to provide, it becomes difficult for the children. When they go back to school, the others have brought their printouts, others don't have. They feel like they are not enjoying the lesson. Yes.
Okay, so to the parents, mwenye maybe ajui how the system works.
Yeah.
You have talked about the practicals. You have talked about peer. And they don't do like normal exams. I don't think kuna A's and like ile sisi unajua tuko primary you normally ticked A ama B ama nini.
The examination.
The examination. Yeah.
We have the one that have questions and others don't have.
Question and answer someone.
Kuna question na answers na kuna ingine ni theory unajibu kutoka kwa kichwa unafikiria.
So from kutoka kwa wadogo sasa wako very engaged sasa wanafikiria outside the box.
But also walichukulia venye wamechukulia wazazi wengi wanasema haina kazi mingi so watoto hawasomi sana unapata kama saizi over the holiday hizo mambo za kusoma vitabu hakuna cause they say it is easy of which it is not.
Okay.
Yeah.
To John. Now do you think like teachers like kuna shortages of teachers because I heard that was one of the issue. My parents, both of my parents are teachers and they had to adapt now to the new CBC. Now my mom was a deputy, I think deputy head teacher. Now she's a deputy principal, so sikuwa naelewa anamaanisha nini. Then she told me like she had to go up the rankings because there was shortage of teachers kwa the new junior secondary and also the senior secondary. So what is that an issue?
Thank you for that question. In fact, it is a very big problem. For us teachers on the ground, we understand it. For example, teachers' capacity, when it comes to different subjects that we teach in school, there's a very big problem. For example, let's take for example music, which is being taught. Not all teachers understand the concept in the music. Pre-technical, that's another subject. A new one. To these GSS teachers, you have been told to teach, and some of the concepts you don't understand. Another one is art. You need somebody who knows how to draw, someone who knows how to paint. Yeah? You see? So those teachers are lacking.
Yeah.
For example, I am a teacher of English. I teach also maths. So when you tell me to teach fine arts, drawing, which I have no, because I'm not very good, I'm not very skilled in that.
Yeah.
It becomes a problem. So sometimes you're even forced to use some of the very good pupils to do the drawing on the board. So you see, because as a teacher you have to be creative.
So that's actually a challenge now.
It's a challenge, a very big one. Or maybe use teachers. Okay, there's some teachers who are good at drawing. You can also use your colleagues when it comes to that. But how I wish that the government could have taken the initiative of training teachers first so that they bring this system slowly into our country. But now the way it was done, it was not done the right way. Yeah. Now,
as a former NEC examiner, I think a former current NEC examiner.
Yes.
Is it the same? Like the setting or the setting of the exam kitambo, is it the same as this? Yes, I am. It's a change a bit.
You know, in the past, most of the questions were multiple choices questions, and I think the ratings were only the compositions
and inches.
Yeah. But now there's a mixture. There are multiple choices questions. There are structured questions. And there are some that the child has to fill in the answers. Yeah. Those are some of the changes that are there. And you know, if a child doesn't know. Yeah. So because he has to give the answers. So that is a challenge to them. And you find that some children find it very difficult. Very difficult. Because now a child really needs to sit down and actually read so that he has the material to put down on the paper. So and then also there are practicals which are there. Like for example in, let's say for example in art and sports. Like last time I had volleyball, you had to teach the children the skills, they go and do it on the field. Swimming, that's another thing. Imagine you're being told to teach the different skills, backstrokes.
Wow.
But now where is the swimming pool? In school we don't have the swimming pool. I think most of the the private schools, there are advantages now when it comes to that, because they've got a swimming pool. This you can take the children to the pool, and they even have instructors to make matters better. They have got instructors who wait them there. They teach the children in the presence of the teacher, and the teachers also involved. Even some of the teachers, they're even taught how to swim, and so they can pass the same skill to the children.
So
but now, as what do we do? We just go to the field,
so
and we
like
we
this,
imitate.
you show them.
So that's how you deal with the, let's say there's a PE lesson ama kuna swimming lesson at that time. So what do you do kama if you have the shortage of facilities, unafanya nini?
Unaifanya tu kwa hewa.
So
like you do like this, the other one, and then backstroke. You just
But the funny thing is, the children really enjoy.
Yeah.
They really enjoy that. They don't find it very difficult or something that they cannot do. They just get in and they do it, and you do with them, and they enjoy, and even forget that they don't have
the swimming.
The swimming.
Yeah, the real swimming.
So is it like after all those lessons, is it brought in the exam? You're like swimming and nini?
Yeah, you can be asked a question. When you're swimming straightforward, how are you supposed to put your hands?
Oh.
Yeah. You
have
can
to
be asked.
write
Yeah, you have to write.
So let's say you're dealing with a child maybe he or she doesn't know how to express themselves. Kuna mtu unajua hizi andika like what he's thinking. Maybe he knows the answer, but he cannot write it down. So how do you deal with such as?
But it's a bit confusing. It's a challenge also. Those children are very young to start to comprehend how to write, like explain. You know, the word explain itself in our describe how you are supposed to, how football is played from the starting point. Then they find it difficult. They just leave the question like that.
Wow.
Yes.
So you have actually encountered such situations?
Yes.
So in fact, even some of the children who did the exam, the assessment this year, some of them you could
Left
find
the
them
questions.
and tell them they left the questions blank.
Yeah, the structured ones.
Because I remember when we were in high school, watu wengine walikuwa wanafanya hivi, if the question ni ngumu sana, wanaandika just like wanna redo the question
down there.
Sky blanks.
Yes.
But still keep engaged in that. Remember, the question is when in your time, maybe in your prime, ulipata is ngapi, na tuchambie kweli. Keep engaged on our social. Remember, our topic today is education reforms, which is a very, very touchy topic to discuss today, and I'm very delighted to be joined by this amazing guest. Now, I'm enjoying the conversation as well. So I wanted to ask about our teachers have overloaded under these new reforms. Like kama venye umesema, there's shortage of teachers. Yeah. So let's say you have to deal with the CRE. You have to deal with Kiswahili, then unaambua fanya endo ufunze arts, ama class, this certain class does not have a music teacher na hakuna mtu mwingine wa kushikilia. Maybe you know something about music, ulisikia pale. Are teachers overloaded by this such amount of workload?
Yeah, that is a challenge in our institution. Actually, the teachers are overloaded. They are overloaded. Like in my school, there is a teacher who teaches Islamic religious education, and she's the only one from grade 1
up to 9.
Yeah, up to 9. So you can imagine. And apart from that, she also has other learning areas: mathematics, social studies.
Okay, just to cut you short, is it like compulsory to learn all these subjects? Ama kuna zingine kama let's say Islamic, is it compulsory to learn all these subjects? Ama kuna zenye optional? It's
not. It's optional. Islamic stroke CRE. Yeah, it's optional.
It's optional.
Yes.
But now when it comes to junior secondary, you know, there is a specialization. English, literature, Kiswahili, CRE, geography, CRE there. But when it comes to this junior, in primary, upper primary, lower primary, there's no specialization. You teach all the subject. But also now, since there are not enough teachers, what do? We cannot just say that now we don't have a teacher for pre-technical subject, then we just leave the class, they're all here. That is being unfair to the children. You'll find that there must be a teacher who will just step in and teach the children. And by the way, even the HOI cannot just leave the class like that. because you have been employed by TSC, you are there to teach.
Okay.
I know he's confused the way you have said HOE. HOE is a short name of head of institution. They are not called the head teachers these
Is the
days.
head of they are principals, such.
No,
Yes, in
yeah,
fact.
they're called head of institutions.
Yes.
That's
So
the HOE.
okay, let's say now, how do you identify, like, my brother told me he's doing STEM. Nikamuuliza what STEM? Kaniambia ni matters about science. How do you identify, like, this kid is certain, like, his strength is iko hapa? Like, at what point do you identify na unamwambia now you are supposed to do this, ama ni the child mwenye anachagua chenye atafanya?
Ni child anachagua. STEM mostly ni sciences. If you're good in mathematics and sciences, you're good to go for the STEMs. Yeah.
So at what point did you think it's from grade 1 to 9?
Yes,
So
what?
Yeah.
The
like,
system?
Yeah,
before
right
you
from
go
grade
to
1.
Grade
before
1.
Before you go to grade 10.
Yes.
Now, at what point between grade 1 to 9 when anafika anasema yeah, I want to do this certain thing?
Like from grade 6, you are
grade
good to go.
6.
Yeah,
Oh,
grade
okay.
6. From grade 6, you are good to go to choose. Yes.
In fact, from the performance of the child, you're able to know. And even there's some of the practical activities that we do. And then you also find the interest of the child.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, just a question from our curious producer, Anauliza. There's this certain places where mnapika nini, like you come together mnapika.
Tunakuja na jiko.
Mnapika. Alafu anauliza kuna history ilikuwa nasema CBC teachers walikuwa wanaonja samples. Ni kweli?
In fact, it is the children who eat. It is not us.
Oh,
that
okay.
was just some AI pictures. What we do is when they do the practicals, sometimes they do share from different. They do practicals in groups, so they share also in groups and see where the one group. If one group went wrong, you'll know if your food is not tasting good. You'll know where you didn't go well or the procedure that you didn't follow. It's the children who share amongst themselves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In fact, there's a time I was on the media, Facebook, and I came across this clip where it was showing very young children from, I think, Japan, whereby they're involved in cooking. And actually, they are cooking, you could see that when this child grows up, he'll be a chef. And that is the same thing we also want in Kenya. We want children to be responsible. There's some children who don't know how to cook. Yeah, even when some girls, when they get married, they cannot cook for their husbands.
Because I remember my brother ananiambia say he knows how to cook chapati.
Yeah.
But yeah, at this age, like he's 13 now and anajua kupika chapati. Me, I remember when I came to know how to cook ilikuwa after Form 4 when I had all the time now to explore different things. So I think it's a good movement for mostly for the child and also the development of the kid as well.
Yeah.
Okay, actually. So I hope the producer umesikia, si walimu wanaanza first. Okay, just keep engaging with us pale. Remember #Y in the morning, and the question is, at your prime, mama, at your time ulipata is ngapi? Tuambie ukweli. Just keep commenting pale. I'll read some of the few comments as we wind up later on in the show. So I just want to ask a question to John. Let's say you are dealing with a kid with a special needs, and this system, how does it work for the kids with special needs?
The pupils with special need, just like the way we call them special, we need to deal with them in a special way. You know, this is a child who is able in a different way. It is a very big challenge. Because these are children that they are used to a certain routine. They have got certain capabilities which are different from the normal child. So with these children, you go out of your way completely. Out of your way, you need to understand completely the kind of challenge that this child has in particular. For example, autism. When you look at a child of autism, this is a neural development problem in the child. And these children are children that you find that sometimes they even you find that the child is just there, moving about, just like this, just moving. You see, this is a child who is used to a certain routine. So when you change the routine, it becomes a confusion. And the child will not do anything. They are very emotional. So you need to know how to deal with this child until he grasps what you need to teach him. You need to have a lot of patience, a lot of patience, and a lot of resources to know how to go about it. For example, music. You might try to teach the child some moves, and he'll not do the moves the way you expect him to do. So you have to appreciate what he can do. There are some they have got a physical disability. So when you're moving your hand like this, you don't expect the child to move the hand the way a normal child will move the hand. So you have to appreciate what this child is able to do. Yes, and have patience, a lot of patience.
Wow. And have you ever encountered such a child?
Yeah, in fact, I forgot to mention that one. I'm also a special need teacher. I deal mostly with the deaf. Yeah.
So what's like your experience with the deaf? How do you teach them?
For now, I've never encountered anyone in the school, but outside, communication. Communication sometimes is a barrier. So if I'm only the one in the school and maybe we have a class with a deaf student, it becomes a challenge because maybe you have other lessons to attend to. The deaf lessons take a longer time because you see you're instructing using your hands, they don't hear. Yeah.
Wow. And
They only see.
And do you think like all the teachers are ready now to just like when you were saying, you have to be really patient with such children who deal in special needs? Do you think like all the teachers have the same mentality? Are they ready to do for such in case of such?
As he has said, it needs a lot of patience. I can tell you for free. And the government did this thing. You see, kitambo walikuwa wanaekwa kwa own institutions. Walikuwa wanaekwa kwa shule zao peke yao. But sasa saizi it is inclusive. They're supposed to go to a normal school so that they can adjust to what normal children are doing. Yes.
So let's say now where there is no facilities just to incorporate special needs, like our schools without all those equipments, unajua kuna zenye hawezi afford maybe the braille for the blind, maybe the braille books. How can they survive in such an environment?
For the deaf, for the blind, we mostly we tell them to go to institution where they can have all those they can have the materials instead of wasting their time in the normal schools. Yes.
Wow.
And also for the autistic children, most of them are not able to collaborate well with the other learners in main schools.
So they cannot.
They go to their own institution, autism centers. We have a few. Yes.
So continue.
And then also some of the schools are friendly, environmental friendly, whereby you find that they have got wide windows to enhance the lighting. The doors are also open inside and outside. That's another thing. And then even some have got ramps to make easy mobility from one point to another. And also like to encourage most institutions to make the environment friendly to these
definitely.
Yes, to these children. So they can also feel part and parcel of the society.
Wow. Yeah, that's a strong point. Because I think on my time at Kwatuna, I think when I was in school, I would not really associate, like I would not be in the same school with the people with special needs. So I was curious if the system changed and incorporate all the children at the same school. So it's still the same. If you have a certain special need, you go to a special needs school.
In fact, we are all candidates of disability. You never know. You can
never
just
know,
go. Yeah. And until you become one, that's when you'll start appreciating the people with disability. Yeah.
So I think the government need to do something mostly on the facilities when you mess
Yes.
because if you find in like kuna shortage of teachers hapa kwa music, now you have to jifanya venye unajua kufanya like music. If you have maybe mkona special need, you have to jump there just to step up. Na kama kuna maybe about maybe music, sports, not everyone is specialized in that certain subject. So that's one of the things that the government need to work on, incorporating more teachers on different sections.
In fact, I want to commend the government a little bit. They have incorporated in the Kenya music festivals. They have incorporated a set where the people with disability perform. The music festival this year was in Meru, and there were so many. I was happy to see them there in Meru as I had taken my school there for the nationals.
Wow.
Yeah, so also they feel, when they participate in these things, they feel also they are appreciated. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Remember when I was tukisikia mambo ya music festivals.
Ni kutembea.
Ni kutembea, unajua hapo unaingia school bus, wale mnafanya nini.
They also they are carried by the way by the buses and they feel okay. Their teachers also they have a lot of work. You can imagine carrying a whole bus of 33 learners. They are all using wheelchairs.
Wow.
You can imagine wheelchairs 33. So you have to fold the wheelchairs, each one to sit down. Also, you have to get them out if they need to go to the washrooms. You know, it's a lot of work.
So it's a lot. It's a calling in some way.
Yeah, definitely.
Kila mtu anaweza handle sasa.
Kabisa. Kwanza sasa Gen Z wa sasa. Wataka vitu za haraka haraka.
The society has not been sensitized about this group of children. But nowadays, there's that sensitization. We need to sensitize the public about the special needs education.
Mesema something about Gen Z. Are there Gen Z teachers right now?
Yeah, the ones who are wako.
Wako. Tumezeeka. So
teaching is good.
What's your experience with Gen Z teachers?
They're good.
They're good.
Yeah, they're good.
Sumbui sana.
Unajua sasa wakiingia patience ndio sasa wako tu nayo because you see like the ones who are teaching the junior secondary wanapata sasa ule mtoto wa grade 9 huyo mtoto anafaa kukua form 1 in real tuseme tu kitambo anafaa kuwa form 1 so hebu imagine wewe ni mfupi na yeye ni mrefu anakuangalia sasa teacher unasema nini
there's these videos I was seeing on the social media akisema Gen Z working in these institutions akisema sasa ndio deal na Gen Z lazima umbembeleze.
Anyway, it's true. It's true. Yeah, it's somehow true.
Okay. Now, I wanted to ask this question just to find the solution and the way forward. Now, how people will adapt to this new system, education. Because I mentioned something in the beginning of the interview about tulikuwa tumezoea about marks na nini. That's how we knew kama you are smart ama kama ni mjinga, hivyo ndio wazazi wangekuwa wanafanya. So in this new system, how are the parents wangefaa aje kuchukulia? Because kiangalia maybe umeona mtoto wako amepata 71, that's EE, then unaona mwingine amepata maybe 75, that's EE. So how the parents are supposed to take this now? Unajua usiseme ati wangu sijui sasa ni atafanya nini. Unajua kitambo ilikuwa if we see maybe your kid ampata something in mathematics unajua huyu atakuwa engineer manini. Then ukiona apata science maybe utasema huyu atakuwa daktari. So now with this new grading system, how the parents now are supposed to take it?
What I can ask the parents is they coordinate na walimu. The teachers are going to guide them. So like when we are closing the school for first term, there's this time when tulikuwa tunaendea report form. Siku hizi ni inaitwa assessment, tunaendea assessment.
Wow.
See report form. So when you come, mzazi anakuuliza kwa nini huyu wangu si number 1. So we are trying to also
there's no even grade in your number 1 to
no. There's none.
So how do you write the report form, like the assessment form?
We write the EEs.
The E, just
E.
So there's not even like the grading, like unajua kitambo sisi tulikuwa tunapewa something ka medal, naambiwa best in CRE, best in Kiswahili.
That one is there is. That one is still there, but the grading is the one that has been erased. Yeah, so the parents need to work hand in hand with the teachers, and also it's a triangle. I'll say it's a triangle. It's between the teacher, parent, and the child. If this one falls, the triangle won't form.
Wow.
Yes, it needs to form. It's a triangle. So you need the parents, the teachers, and the children. The three need to work together so that they can be able to know the steps they are moving. Yes.
What's your take on it, Jan?
What I can tell the parents in the new system of education, we must look at the interest and strength of the child. If you look at scenarios in the past, you'll find that a parent will force a child to do medicine. And maybe the interest of the child is not in that field.
Actually an issue by the way.
But now CBC, it gives a room for you to discover that talent at an early age. And look at the interest. What interest is in the child mind? So that you tap that interest and develop it. Look at today's world. We have got many millionaires. From where? Football, athletics. You see? dances. Look at how many young people are in the social media. They are getting their daily bread from social media. And this, I want the parents to understand that the world is changing. If we all become doctors, who will become the lawyers? Who will become the musicians? We need a light moment out of work. When you're outside your working area, you need to go and sit down somewhere and you enjoy. And you need people to entertain us. So if a child tells you that I want to become a musician, give that child that opportunity to develop that musicianship in him. And that's what I like the parents to take, because the world is changing.
Yeah, the world is changing.
Yes.
Because I remember kitambo, the mentality ukiambia mzazi, my mom, I want to do music. Music utakupeleka wapi? So they need to adapt now to what the kids likes to go with the dream of the child.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Okay, about it, I was thinking about when you mesema about the grading and everything. Then there was the exams that were did. So I remember when I was going into Form 1, tulikuwa tunaambiwa the marks zenye umepata ndio itadetermine which school you go to next. Now, how will it inafanyika aje sahi?
You see, they had the selection of the schools. They had schools with cluster 1, cluster 2, cluster 3. Now those with EE1 and EE2, I think most of them will be placed in cluster 1 and cluster 2. Yes.
So that's how it works.
Cluster 1
like
is the same as national schools.
Oh.
Yeah, it's only that they are calling them
clusters.
clusters.
Oh, okay.
Zinaitwa cluster sasa.
Okay.
See, national schools, provincials, zizo zilisha. Zinaenda
So
zikiisha.
cluster 1, cluster 2.
Cluster 3, cluster 4. Yeah.
So zinaenda zikishuka.
Until we come to the day schools.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hope mmesikia huko nje, msichanganyike na hizi terminologies sana. It's just the issue things just zimechangewa kidogo just to fit the new system. Na so keep us engaged pale social media, msisahau the question yenye tumewekea hapo pia. Keep commenting. I'll just read the few comments later on in the show. Now, if you could change anything about this new system, you have something to add on?
Yeah, maybe before we proceed, I'd like to add something on these selections. I would like to encourage the parents. You know, there are some parents outside there who are thinking that maybe their children will not get a slot in the secondary, the senior schools. Let them know that all the children will get that opportunity to join the senior schools. I understand that the ones who did were 1.1, around 1.1.
Yeah, 1.1, yeah.
And you have got more vacancies than that.
Wow.
In the senior.
And the schools, are they enough for to incorporate everyone?
Yeah,
yes,
you see, we had a blank space for the Form 1 last year. So you can imagine the ones who are in Form 2 this year, next year they'll be in Form 3. Like my daughter will be in Form 3, So Form 1 and Form 2 will be vacant.
Oh, so there's
a lot of space.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Because that was an issue, but
Yeah, there will be a lot of space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when it comes to these clusters, we have got the C1, the C2. The C1 are the current national schools, like Alliance, Mangu, those schools, Maseno.
That's cluster 1 now.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the cluster 1.
Okay.
And this cluster 1, they are going to take the 3 pathways. The 3 pathways, that is the STEM, the social studies, art and sports. Yes.
Okay,
And then we have got the C2.
To our viewers, Apple, before even you continue, can you just tell them these 3, is it a 3?
Yeah.
Pathways.
Yeah, the pathways. Can you tell them just because watu wengi wanajua about the STEM?
Yeah.
Because I think that's
Or what
the
is
most
in the
popular
STEM?
one. Yeah, that's the popular one.
I think he's going there.
Okay, continue.
Then you have got the social studies. This is where we are going to get the lawyers. We are going to get the teachers from there, you see. And then you have got the art and sports, to do things to do with the music, theatre arts, athletics, and so forth. You see. Then you have got cluster 2. These are the extra county schools, where they are going to provide at least 2 pathways, maybe STEM and social, STEM and art and sports, part 2. Then in cluster 3, those are the county schools. Yeah, the county schools are found in the county.
The county,
Yes. These ones are going to provide only 1 pathway. Yes, maybe STEM, social sciences, or art and sports. Same to cluster 4, which are the sub-county.
Okay,
schools.
what about the kid? Doesn't they feel like any pressure to go with a certain pathway? Because I know the STEM one is the most popular with the kids. You know, don't they feel any pressure just to go with the STEM, and maybe not to choose arts, ama sports or the social studies one? Do they feel any pressure to go with the most popular one?
No, they had the opportunity, by the way, for the selection, and they knew when they were in grade 7, they already knew the pathway they are going to take.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, just to finish up, I think the time is just catching up on us. What's the one thing that you can change, or just a few things that you can change about this new system, if given?
If given an opportunity, maybe if I was given the opportunity to say to make a change, I will integrate what was good in 844 and what is good in CBC. In fact, that is what most teachers go by.
So there's some weaknesses in the CBC one.
Definitely, definitely. There must be gaps. There's nothing which is perfect.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, the practical part of CBC is okay.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. But also 844, there's some very good things which were there. And we should not just water them down there.
The drain.
Down the drain. Yeah. So I think that integration is what they should have done mostly. And then also prepare enough teachers to handle these subjects. Make sure that the infrastructure, schools are there, so that the children will not walk so many kilometers to get this basic education that they need to get. Books should also be there. Like now, the children are going to senior school next year.
The books are not.
The books are not yet ready. They're not yet out. They're not being printed. Yeah. So those are some of the challenges that teachers are getting. Those are some of the things I wish we could change. Yeah.
Okay, can you add on?
For me, what I could have changed is making sure that all schools have access to electricity. Electricity, also the printing materials. We find challenges when you send a child with the homework of printing and maybe the parent is not there. Maybe they come at 10, the cybers are closed. So you find you give the parents pressure so much. So if the schools can be able to maybe get the printing materials, the printing materials which they bring the RIM to the school, maybe it can be easy for the parents. If the children go back to do their homework and the parent is not available, maybe ni msichana wa kazi, so then hata shinda akipigiwa simu, maybe ako kwa mkutano, amekwama kwa traffic jam, and Nairobi. And also other parts of the country. Ndio at least sisi wote tukue pamoja, because you find watoto wa tuseme huko ushago, we know they are finding it challenging. They are not able to access all the materials that maybe schools in urban areas have.
I remember the time hiyo kitambo. Don't know if it's still happening. Remember, you could find a class with about 100 students.
We have, it's still there. It's still there.
So how do they survive kwa hiyo class without the
What survive to sasa kuna?
Because I think they are learning computers, no?
Yes.
Yeah, I think the government providing computers.
Like in my school, we have a computer lab. Most of them are donated. Yeah, or you source for yourself.
Yeah, and there's a time also the government gave
the tablets.
Yeah,
but most of them they are not functional now. They are not functional now.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so
then before we go to the next question, also I remember 844 had an element of competition. So when you kill the element of competition,
exactly, that's what I was thinking. How will the parents take it now?
And look at Kenyans. Kenyans, we like competing. So the child does not see any reason of working. Okay, so at their mind, at that particular moment, that particular age, if you don't show them that in the world there's that competition, you need to compete and come out the best.
You feel there's no competition, right?
Yeah,
there's no competition. Why?
And they're just there. They've relaxed.
Mimi nakumbukanga when I was in school, kwa number 1, then number 2 to 3 to 4, you've given a certain prize.
A prize, yeah.
So you had to compete for the privileges. So you had to compete for the position also. Ujulikano endo mkali kwa class.
Definitely.
So they just Ni hivyo tu wanakaa tu.
Ni hivyo.
Yeah.
Ni hivyo
Wow.
tu.
So what do you feel the government now should focus on? Is it including more teachers or to improve the structures?
Both of
the
them.
structures.
Both.
Both of them.
Yes.
Infrastructure
And the teachers.
and the teachers as well.
Okay.
Infrastructure especially.
Okay, now to both of you, Sasa, what are the some of the advice that you can give to the parents out there when you try to support mtoto wake going through this new education system? Remember, this is not Sasa how see Gen Z, Sasa only Gen Alpha.
Ni millennials, I think.
No, I think the
Wazazi?
kids.
The kids.
Yeah,
kids.
Oh,
the
Gen Alphas.
Yes,
Yeah.
and alphas.
What's the type of advice that you can give the parents there trying to support his kids, ama her kids?
Wajikaze tu. Wajikaze. Ni ngumu but wajikaze.
Yeah,
It's strenuous, by the way. It requires a lot of resources. You find those that don't have, they find it, the system is very heavy on them. Yeah. Wajikaze tu wake.
John, any
What I can,
advice for the
parents should give a chance to this new system of education that we are trying to fight. We are trying to get the bearing.
Yeah.
And I think we are almost there.
We'll
We'll reach there. Let them not forget the triangle that my sisters talked about, the teacher, the pupil, and the parent. Let them come in. Whenever they are required, let them come in. Let them hold the child, the hand, and make sure they support the child to the level best, and also support the teachers, because there is no way that the child can succeed minus the teacher.
Yeah.
And also we support the government. Yeah. Let us give the government, because the government, you cannot say that it is doing all this out of the blues. They must have sat down.
And they have a plan.
And they have a plan.
Yeah.
So let us give them a chance, and we see where we are going to reach with the new system of education. And in case there's a need of any change to be made in future, we shall make, because we love these children. we want them to become the best.
Yeah.
Best doctors, best engineers, best musicians, best footballers in the world. And that will be our happiness and our satisfaction. Yeah.
Okay, you talked about a competition. There's no motivation for the kids. So do you feel like the exams are still necessary? Ama you just unasema there's no competition, there's no motivation for the kids to kitambo kama ungefanya mtihani ungepass, then there's that competition in the class. Do you feel it's still necessary?
I want you to look back. These times when we used to release 844 results,
Everybody
what
was
did you
tense.
used to see?
Everybody was tense. So you're in the
Everybody
house.
glued to the TV. They
Yeah.
want to see who are these giants who have performed so well. You see? And everybody was there, even telling the child, even as we used to tell the children, I want to see on television. You see? And the child, only that one statement, that I want to see on television, will make the child want to work hard, so that he or she can be seen on television or on the newspapers. And also we used to get very satisfaction when we see some of our schools being rated
As the best.
On television, on the newspapers.
Wow,
that's what brought the competition.
So to you, Anna, do you see like what's the future now of this new education system?
If it goes well, if maybe the government is able to chip in with the things that you are saying we need them to be added, more teachers, more resources, and more infrastructures, the system will be good. Though you see it is challenging, because if you don't have the computers, tell me how that child in that school will do the same examination with a child who is able to access the computer and the laptops. Yes.
Okay, in about just 10 minutes, give your final remarks. 10 seconds, sorry.
In 10 seconds. Okay. I'd like to say that I really appreciate for having been hosted here. And we are happy with the new kind of institution, the new kind of education system. And you are going to, as teachers, you're going to promise the parents that you're going to work hard and make sure that their children have succeeded. And we also like to ask the parents also to continue supporting us, and we shall support them as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, just a final remarks, 10 seconds.
We are only remaining with 3 weeks. Wazazi waendelee
Turudi
kujitayarisha
shule tena.
turudi shule. And I wish
Festivity imeisha.
festivity Christmas ikishaisha ni hivyo. We wish them well. The parents should also be able to be accommodative to the teachers. This is a new thing also to us. So wakileta maswali, wakikuja na ukali sana kwa mashule, we are not able even to answer them. As we were told, this is the system, now we have to incorporate it in the schools. So twende tu pamoja and we'll reach the final destination.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Such lovely session to have you, John Otundo, and umesema wanakuita Teacher Bobo.
Teacher Bobo.
And Moshere as well.
Yeah.
It's a lovely conversation. I hope umesikia about this new system, if it has answered some of your questions that you might have about the new system. Na pia producer alikuwa ameuliza something kidogo tu pale hivyo tukimalizia. Nilikuwa nimeuliza but aliuliza hizi kama after assessment hizi chapati hizi na kuku zinaenda wapi?
Actually, the children normally carry them. Yeah.
Wanarudi nazo nyumbani.
And they definitely, yeah. And by the way, these children, they like sharing.
Yeah.
They don't so give us even some, teacher, please. And they feel bad if you don't test. You see? But mostly, we normally tell them to carry. And they enjoy sharing. Because in CRE, we teach them sharing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, amazing. Such amazing conversation hapa. Remember this why in the morning, and this just a few questions. I hope zimejibu about the new education system, about the education reforms. I'm James John, and this was a wonderful conversation. Have a lovely day. Let's meet here tomorrow early in the morning. This is Why in the Morning at Y254.